All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to the show. This is the Rough Craft Show. We drink beers and we tell stories. As always, I'm your host, Tom, and to my right, it might be your left. I don't know. That's Matt Clark. He's my co-host and best friend.
Hey.
Tonight, we're going to be having a returning guest, one of our great friends. I've known him virtually my whole life. Matt's been good buddies with him since high school. He's been on here before, so I think we played Take Your Shot last time and talked about his writing. But this time we're just going to play Take Your Shot, and we may talk about writing and everything. So everybody say hello to Bryan.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
What was that? That was not Juneberry Junction.
That was not Juneberry Junction. That was a song I found just beforehand. I was trying to find like a taverny in kind of song, and that's what I ended up finding.
That's what you got? That's what you ended up with?
Yeah, I wanted something different, but I didn't want something that was going to cause us to get copyright stricken. So we won't make money on these videos we don't make money on.
All right.
So, music. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't hear any? Oh, yeah, that's right. You weren't watching the...
Oh, yeah.
I was watching the YouTube, so I was sitting there watching not Juneberry Junction playing.
Yeah, did you like that? I sent it to you in our chat earlier to see if...
I saw something that was 3 minutes long, and I wasn't... I was trying to rush and grab my beer and shit.
You thought it was like a voice message from me?
Yeah.
I do that. So anyways, how's everything going? How's your day going, Bryan?
So far, so good, man. Just been chilling. Nice little Saturday. So, cool. How about you guys?
I can't complain.
Good.
Matt, look at Matt's mane. He is... I can't tell if it's like it's blending in with your chair, so it makes it look like even more like boisterous. I don't know how to use proper terms for stuff. But all right, so
it's a big one.
If you guys ready,
I've been good, Tom. I've been losing to Magic a lot. Other than that, pretty good.
Yeah, I killed Matt twice real hard the other night.
Yeah, I figured that's what this. At some point, this show will just turn into a conversation about you guys playing Magic. I don't remember if it was Magic last time or if it was Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's what happened last time, and I'm more than happy with that.
I ended up talking about that.
What happened was we were playing Magic, and then Bryan finally decided to come on. And by the time he decided to come on, everyone else has got off, so I played with him. I played 2 games with him, and he beat me both times. I was like, how dare you? How dare you come late and then beat me?
I mean, look, man. I'm good. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm decent at something.
Oh,
One thing I'm good at.
I need to start playing that. I played it a little bit. I still haven't gotten completely through the tutorials, but I know you can play it on your phone too, right?
Yeah, Arena. I was telling Matt earlier. I've been playing a lot of Arena, and it's pretty fun, man.
Yeah.
They even have like Baby Commander. It's called Brawl. That's usually what I play. I don't play stands.
Is it like a 60 card deck?
Yeah.
Singleton?
Yeah, you get 59 plus your commander, so it's fun.
I don't play enough of the MTG Arena to really have any comments on it, but I know Hearthstone's pretty fun. I've played that, and I just want to say real quick, Matt. I know it's as far as an actual card game, it's nowhere near as good as Magic. It's made for what it is. It's simple and easy to follow and stuff. But Matt, did you see the new thing Hearthstone came out with? Like they have this trailer for this new Stormwind thing they're doing, and it's so frustrating how like they make these good trailers and all this stuff for Hearthstone, and they can't fucking do shit for a while.
No, I hadn't seen the trailer. I was actually going to suggest something to Neil, because Neil's in the MGT server that we play with on Saturday nights. I was going to suggest to him to play some Hearthstone because I know he's really pretty big into that. If he wants to play Hearthstone on Thursday nights, but
yeah, you guys
I haven't talked to him yet, and I'm just kind of talking it. What's up, Bryan?
You guys have fun. I tried it.
You didn't like Hearthstone? What I really like about Hearthstone, the only thing they have is I like the PvE stuff they have, where you can actually go through like, I guess they're kind of like dungeons or raids. You go through and fight individual bosses, and they have different. The game is like it has a different rule set and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. But I mean,
I don't remember that.
I don't know how.
You just swarm the field and attack.
I think they came out that a while back, but it's still fairly new to me because I don't ever play it. I can't get into those games more than for like 2 days. But so you guys want to go ahead and generate a nice prompt for us? I can go and get that up for us.
You did. Yeah, that's right. You said you weren't going to make a liquor board today.
No, I ended up not doing that. Is this thing? I think it's working. But anyways, okay. So go ahead and I'll pull it up. I'll link it into the Discord for us as well. And also, I should if I have it set up right, I should have an overlay on the screen here in a second. That'll show it to everybody. Actually, let me see if I can go ahead and move over to that now. See if it's working right.
Burping in the mic.
Burping in the mic's fucking cool, Matt. All right, so for our, let me see. It's going to be a young man in his late teens who can be quite daring, a woman in her late 20s who can be quite selfish. The story begins in a marina. Someone is being impersonated. It's a story about loneliness. Your character takes control of the situation. So that's going to be the right.
Watching Brian's eyes just get bigger and bigger. He's like, what? I got to do all this?
I'm gonna really have to think about this one. Oh man.
Well,
Yeah, and that's
one of us will go first, so you can try to think about it while we bombard you with questions.
Give it to me one more time, Tom.
Well, I'm going to link it to you here in a second. I'll reread it again as well. I'm trying to fix something else. Right. And hit the wrong button. All right.
Are you showing it on the screen? Okay.
Yeah, it was sharing on the screen. Now I'm going to
You
drop
got
it in the Discord.
Drop
here.
in the Discord.
It'll be in the general chat. I don't know if it'll mess you up going to that, but there it is. I can send it to you in a message as well if you need it.
Yeah, sure, just do that because I don't want to. I did something earlier in the camera cut. So.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking. It's real easy to mess up sometimes. I think you should be friends on the internet, right?
I'm sure we are.
I don't know if you're on Facebook enough to know. Matt, you can talk while I'm doing this. You don't have to just let me sit here.
Yeah, I was pasting it in YouTube. Oh shit.
The last message I ever sent you was me holding up that stupid Mario Kart thing. That the night that I won it.
Dang, that Halloween party?
Yeah.
That was 4 years ago, I think.
Many moons ago.
That's kind of what I was going to bring up earlier. Is Brian's thumbnail picture is him in his Halloween costume getting so excited. I think it was over beer pong. Me and him were announcing the beer pong.
Yeah, we were judging the beer pong tournament. That was fun.
Oh man.
Oh, fun days.
That was 4 years. That was before anyone had kids. This is before any of us had responsibilities.
Yeah, seriously. You were the only one that was married.
That's right.
Devin wasn't married yet. Was he with his wife, his current wife? I think he was, right?
Or can't remember.
Yeah. It was only 4 years. Yeah, they've been together for about 5 or 6 years. Because Brittany, your wife was there. Your future. Yeah.
We weren't married yet at the time. We were in negotiations, but we weren't actually married yet.
And a couple of my wife's friends were there, too. And they one of them passed out, and we drew on him. I don't know why we did that, but we did that. I think because his wife.
But I don't remember that.
Classic dick move.
Huh?
Classic dick move.
Well, yeah, his wife told us to.
Oh, okay.
That sounds right.
Fair game. Totally fair game.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny if you draw on my husband while he's sleeping. He won't be mad later.
Draw some penises on his forehead.
And he was the gym teacher's son back from.
Oh
elementary school.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember that now. Yeah.
Which gym teacher?
The old bald one.
It was at Lakeside. Did you go to Lakeside?
Oh no, I went to South.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was. I don't want to give out any names in case all 5 of our people go out and start doxing people.
6. But yeah, that was a fun party. I wish we could have done that again before kids came along, but now it's just grape juice and blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries.
Halloween party. Yeah, dude, the kid loves blueberries.
Blueberries and slides, going down the wrong side of a slide.
She fell earlier. She's trying to climb up it. She fell, hit her chin on it, and started crying.
Nice.
It was sad. I was
It's all right.
What was it, Brian?
I said it's okay. It'll make her tougher.
Yeah.
She'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll learn a lesson. Stay the fuck away from that slide.
She
We'll do
climbed in
that
a,
again.
she climbed in a box earlier, and then like when she was at the very back, I picked it up and it freaked her out. She didn't go in it anymore. Called it the dinosaur cave.
The dinosaur cave sounds fun.
All right.
So I don't
who's going
have.
first?
Well, hold on. I don't have a beer board, but if you want, we can go ahead and say what whiskey or liquor we're drinking. I'll real quick
Or
say
liquid.
or liquid. Yeah, I have a Dolce
Whoa, is that
Vita.
caffeinated?
Yeah.
Is that what caffeinated
Boy,
water?
he's doing caffeinated.
I didn't even know those. I guess yeah. I've probably seen it before. But I got Dolce Vita, I believe it's called. That's what it's saying. It's a lime flavored tequila. I also have a regular one, but I haven't had tequila in a while, and the guy at the liquor store talked me into it.
1800 best.
Got some Gentleman Jack.
Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to set something
With
up,
a
so I had
mug.
that picture you sent me the other day. But I
Oh,
didn't.
the one that where it has like
Yeah.
the Gentleman Jack, and it's like write your own story, and it was like some ad for an HBO show. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
we can go-
perfect.
So who wants to go first?
No, I
Boy.
need another
Yeah.
rundown real quick. There's a lot.
Yeah, who do you know who went
Alright.
first last time, Matt? Out of me and you, I have a feeling I know who it is, but
You
I
went
can't
first
remember.
last time.
Well,
It
not
was-
not the last time was with you, but the last time we did the show. The
Oh,
take
my
your
bad.
shot.
God
No, you're
damn.
good.
I'm gonna gag. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
no.
do you remember who went first? I think it was you. Do
No.
you think it, huh?
I don't remember who went first.
Okay.
But
Okay. Do you want to go first, or you want to go last, or middle?
dude, I
This-
hate middles. to quote
I want
Logan.
to go last, please.
Okay. Well,
You can go last.
Brian's gonna go last. So do you want to go first or second, Matt?
I will go. Let me look at this real quick. I will go
And
first.
try to make sure you're in the middle of your camera. You keep cutting out. Okay, you just
about
went the exact opposite way. To
What do
your
you want
right
me to do?
or your left? A little bit more. You're fine, Brian. You're perfect. You haven't. Yeah. Even any
Touch
movement
has
that
wheels.
you're doing, you're remaining. Okay, Matt. I'm still need you to go a little bit to your left there, bud.
To my left or your left?
Your left.
Stage left.
There you go. Looking good.
We're good?
Looking real good.
Okay.
Hair's
Why are you
looking nice.
telling
on
him so much to do? You're giving him so many instructions. Come on, man.
See, I told him one time. I was like, I feel bad telling you. He was like, no, tell me. So that's why.
No. I'm fine with this. You can tell me.
Well, now you can't see the advertisement behind his head.
Yeah,
I'm advertising my thick mane.
we got one on the bottom of the screen.
So this
Everybody
is
can see
actually
where
a
they're
plug
at.
for Pantene.
What's
Yeah.
that?
This is actually a plug for Pantene.
Yeah. There's a new ad going around on YouTube, for hair loss, and I can't remember what it's called right now. But like all of a sudden, I keep hearing these
For
YouTubers
Hims?
talking about if you're afraid of losing hair, subscribe to this service, and they'll send you a bottle of snake oil, and you can put it on your head, and you grow hair.
I know
wish
I've
could
heard a
remember what
lot
it's called.
a lot for Hims, and then another one is Blue Chew. And what they actually say in the ads is this isn't a snake oil pill. So you're wrong, Matt.
Oh well, as long as they tell it.
But all right, so I'll go ahead and go first. You guys can talk about Magic the Gathering or whatever nerd shit you're into. I'll go ahead and
Nerd shit.
start riding the story. let me get the stopwatch queued up. I
Run
think I
me
got it ready.
by the scenario one more time.
Do you not get the message?
No, I did not.
Let me.
So yeah.
Here, I'll,
Yeah, it should be on your Facebook Messenger,
Mm.
unless you got a different Facebook.
Mm.
Here, I'll send it to Matt. Matt.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it.
okay.
I was looking for it in Discord. Okay.
I got you.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, we just like as soon as you start using Discord, that's all the message you wanted now is just Discord. You got it?
Yeah, I'm reading.
Okay. Tom, you can go ahead and start. Go ahead
Yeah.
and put the timer up.
I got the timer up. I'm about to take my shot, and then I will take my shot at writing a story because that's what this show is, and it's fun. I don't regret it every time.
Logan in the chat, XM West says Aussie smells like Australia. That's what you need for that main. No, that shit will kill your hair.
Come on, man, just give it a shot.
Man, dude, that tequila is so much better than all these whiskeys. Maybe I just ain't a whiskey man. Maybe I'm a tequila kind of guy. Oh, that was actually really delicious. The lime.
That smooth. You
Was
took it
nice.
down smooth, nice. And,
I mean,
no,
I probably
I'm smelling
my
this.
face a little bit, but-
I'm not.
How long's it been since you had any liquor?
Since the last take your shot with Neil.
And look at us, we're growing up. That's same for me. But anyways, all right, my timer. Where's it at? Let me get that started. And my time has begun. Man, we haven't done this in a hot minute.
Yep. Good luck. What's going on, Brian? Are you
Really thinking.
are you formulating a story right now?
Yeah, I'm really trying to brainstorm right now, man. This is
That's what we call cheating.
no, this isn't something that I would normally write. This is gonna be different.
That's the fun part of it. It's writing
Yeah,
practice.
it's gonna be weird.
Yeah. No, like I wrote a story one time where a guy opened a bakery shop and it was full of deception and lies and murder.
Was it a front for drug money or something? Like,
No, he really
guns.
wanted to open a bakery.
Hey man, follow your dreams.
Yeah, it was called Donut Dreams, something like that. I don't know.
Donut dreams.
Donut Dreams. But yeah, no, it's rough. It gets hard, but once you'll write something that you think that this is the only way they can take this story, and then when you hear everybody else's, you're like, holy shit, they thought of it in a different way. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty exciting hearing how other people interpret stuff like that. So
Last time we did this, yeah, it was really cool because every single story was different, completely different. So that was fun. So it'll be cool to see what we come up with.
yeah, so it's God, but this is gonna be hard. Let me read the
It's gonna be really hard.
a young man in his late teens, so 18, 19,
Yeah, I've been thinking about my characters.
who can be quite daring. So he really loves that song Dare. Dare to believe you can survive. A woman in her late 20s who can be quite selfish. The story begins in a marina. What's a marina? Is that like
Like where people park
boat
their
places?
boats.
Yeah. Someone is being impersonated. Well, that's pretty easy. It's a story about loneliness. Your character takes control of the situation. All right, so good luck. I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Okay, I think I got something.
Add a fantasy element? You want to
Lady
put a
can be-
mermaid in there?
Hmm?
So you can add a fantasy element, put a mermaid in there? It's
No.
marina after all.
Nah, no mermaids.
No mermaids.
This lady can be quite daring.
Yeah,
Okay.
big boat.
Okay. I think I got something.
All right, I'm glad we cheated and conspired against Tom.
Hey man, it's all good.
Collusion.
Collusion.
You
ever watch
watched?
The League?
You had the league. He's like
I thought that's what-
collusion.
yeah. Collusion. I smell collusion.
What was his name? What was that character's name?
Rust.
Rust. What'd you
Yeah.
say? Yeah.
Ruxton. Because if people would be like Rodney, I go by Ruxton.
Ruxton, and he's like the Shaniva, or is it Shiva? The Shiva trophy.
Colum from Donnie trophy.
Dude, if that dude didn't lie about 9/11, they'd still be making that show right now. He's like, I was there. I was in the towers when the planes hit. I was like, you're an actor. What the fuck would you be doing in the World Trade Center? And they found out that he lied about it, and they canceled the show.
Well, damn.
Yep.
I was hoping for at least one more season, but I guess not.
They ended kind of abruptly.
Yeah,
You're
it
right.
really did. But I mean, the finale at the very end where they told Andre's son that Andre wasn't his real dad,
Yeah, and he's like, thank God.
and he fucking just bolts. He's like, I'm gonna go live with Pete now.
That is some horrible shit to do. I mean, they were all horrible people. Yeah, yeah, dude. That could you imagine? No.
I don't want to imagine.
Wasn't he married to his ex-wife? To Kevin's ex-wife? Or was it Kevin? No, Kevin was the guy who lied about 9/11. I can't remember the other.
Really? Oh man, dude.
Kevin top, Pete bottom. Yeah, so it was Pete's ex-wife.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The ones he like the first episode, they were like splitting up. Okay, yeah.
And it ended with him getting together with Pete's ex-wife.
Yeah.
But Pete and her had a one night stand the night before the marriage. I was like, okay, so can Andre get some payoff here? Can he just win for once? And nope.
That's his character.
Yeah.
Can't win.
So sad. But yeah, I missed the league. I think it's still on Netflix, but I have to watch it again. It was a fun show. It was a good show, but
It was.
some of the references are kind of dated now because all those pro
Yeah.
players are either in jail or
Retired. Or,
yeah.
All right, my time is up.
And how'd
And
it
I
go?
I did great. I'm gonna win this one for sure.
Proud of you, man. I hope you do, because
How do you?
I couldn't finish. I still had like a couple things left. I think I hit all the points, but there's like one point that I didn't really completely get to. But I got it without getting it.
Man, I can't wait for Bryan's story, man. My story's gonna be already be in the shits. So
I'm just gonna have to start typing and not stop. I'm just gonna have to keep
until
going.
we start yelling time.
I mean, I'm not gonna have time to stop and think about anything with this one. It's just
No,
gonna
this is completely pants
I
by the
w-
seat of your pants
be
type
my
shit.
pants.
It's tough. It ain't easy.
All right, just to be fair, so you don't claim collusion. Me and Bryan talked about the plot points a little bit.
Oh yeah, so y'all cheated. No, I heard you. I had my headphones in the whole time while you were
Okay,
cheating.
good.
Oh,
we didn't
man.
cheat. We didn't. The only suggestion
didn't.
we made was mermaids. Oh no, he's gonna have mermaids in his fucking story.
Oh man,
This
what if
son of a bitch.
are mermaids?
He stole it.
I almost had a mermaid.
And then we
I
said
just-
mermaid.
I didn't want to do a mermaid because I figured that would be cliche.
What does that mean, West? I played with Tom. What do you mean you
Big
played
boat.
with Tom?
What are you guys playing?
Oh,
with-
okay, I got you. Well, cool. Maybe,
Oh, okay.
Maybe you
Sweet.
can share that. I would love to be able to have you in here. We could talk about yours, but I just don't have everything set up for that yet. Hopefully next week we can finally start bringing people in and they can read us their stories as well. But not this week. But whenever you're ready, Matt, it's your turn to go.
Okay. I'm just kind of. Let me take a sip of beer. What do you drink? What is that? Pouring a little
This?
margarita?
No, this is the tequila I was having. I had a little bit left in the thing, so I'm finishing it.
All right, so I'm gonna take a shot in this Gentleman Jack here, in my
It's
tin
so
can.
good. It's like they got the lime because I was like, shit, I meant to get limes. And this tastes like it has the lime and salt in it somehow.
Logan, if you post it in the Discord, I can read it out loud.
Yeah, we can do it. I just want to play. Yeah. No, we need to get his ass in here and do another one at some point too. Then, but if you want, yeah, just either put it in the Discord, put it in the chat, put it somewhere, and we can read it out, and it can be a part of it without completely being a part of it. I think that's the first time I always put in the description, play along. I think that's the first time somebody's ever played along with us.
And that could be
Matt-
fun.
Matt
Everybody
drinks
else
beer on the
follow
daily
this guy.
basis.
Yeah, everybody.
No, I hate taking shots, dude. I fucking hate it.
Well, you made this
Whatever,
game.
man. I drink whiskey on a daily basis.
My first suggestion was shotgun beer,
Nah, no.
dude.
That's
Oh my god, I fucking
That's a little
hate
too
shots.
much.
Fucking hate shots.
I like how I've my reaction to taking shots has gotten better over time. Matt seems to have gotten a lot worse.
I don't know, man. Sometimes you get older and you're just not good at drinking anymore like you used to be.
Fucking hate it.
I've
All right,
never-
go ahead.
I've
I'll
never
start.
been much for liquor. You ready? All right. You can go ahead and start if you want to. The timer will
Okay.
be starting now.
A young man in his late teens.
So,
That's something I was gonna say. I don't recall it now. I have a bad. That's the worst thing about getting old. At least for me, is I have a terrible short-term memory loss.
me too, man. It's bad.
It happens all the time. I don't know. Have you haven't seen the most recent episode, which I don't remember how things looked the last time you were here, but if you go back and watch this, you'll notice everything looks a lot different. We did a big revamp between, I guess Matt's calling them seasons. Seasons. Between the last season, we took a month or so break after my son was born, and
Congratulations, by the way.
oh yeah. He's awesome. I think he's 6 weeks, 7 weeks. My wife, if she's watching, she can correct me. But we took a break, and the week or two before, I just started I wanted to change everything, have everything looking fresh and new, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And you'll be able to see it. It looks pretty nice, I think. Still a few things I need to touch on. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
What's that?
Well, Matt's since you guys already started workshop and stuff, let's
I
go.
wasn't
Let's,
workshopping. I was just
hey, hey, hey.
brainstorming.
That's yeah, that's yeah. So let's go ahead while Matt's doing his. Let's go ahead and keep this train rolling. I've already written mine. Let's help you get to the best story you can, so we can whoop Matt's ass, or you can.
I think I've got something. I don't know. I got something. We'll see where it goes. I'm just
Okay.
gonna have to type.
That's I mean, it's fun. It's like it's weird like writing something like this, just the clock and knowing like, because 5 minutes isn't a lot of time, and so you feel that pressure while you're trying to do it, and it makes like writing more exciting, and when you're doing it, and I don't know, it kind of like
disagree.
huh?
I disagree. It takes me a long time to really like get stuff worked out. Like I overthink everything. That's why I'm not gonna be able to
Oh
hit
yeah.
space. I can't hit backspace. It's just gonna have to.
That's like me when I normally write. I try to do like plot outlines and stuff, and like with this, like it just forces you to just dive right in. And when I say exciting, it's like exciting like going bungee jumping. Obviously, still very different, but like it's like you're scared. You don't want to do it when it's like exhilarating. And afterwards, you're like, thank fucking God, I'm done doing that.
Oh man,
And
the reading it out loud part's gonna suck because it's not gonna be great.
Well, that's the good news. I mean, like some of the guys that'll come on here, they'll have like some poetry that they'll start spitting out, and it's like, how did you do that? But then they usually, just with writing it and making it sound that good, and just all the details and stuff, some of the guys have put into it. It's just you just don't have enough time to write out all of the points because you end up spending too much time on one point. And I've been trying to find a balance, but it's hard. It's hard either you have a rush story or you have half of a decent story.
Yeah, and I don't want to rush anything. If I'm gonna make something, I want to make it good. That's why this is a lot of pressure, and I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
man, there's a lot of plot points that I gotta piece together. It's gonna look like that meme from Sunny where Charlie's got the board. The Pepe
Oh yeah,
Silvia.
yeah, the Pepe Silvia.
It's gonna sound like that. That's that. Look at that. That's what it's gonna sound like.
Well, that was a great story. So hopefully, it'll yours will be great as well. I enjoyed the Pepe Sylvia episode.
Yeah,
Let's
I used
see.
to watch it too
So
much, probably.
Yeah, I for some reason I haven't watched It's Always Sunny in a while. I used to watch it, like that was my go-to, just put it on and play it. And I haven't touched it in a while. I've seen every episode at least 3 times, and I need to go back and watch them again. I don't think I've seen the newest season though.
Yeah, I haven't watched the most recent stuff. I think it's I think they're on 12. I think that was the most recent. I want to say
no,
one or two episodes.
It's got to be like, I'll ask Matt. Matt will know, but I think they're past 12. I'm not sure, but I know whatever's on Hulu, that's the most up to date. I don't have any cable or anything like that, so anything that comes out any other way, I don't watch. I just wait till they put it on there.
Glenn Howard that plays Dennis, he has a show called AP Bio on Hulu. It's hilarious. You should totally check it out.
I think I've seen the first season. I don't think I watched the second season, but yeah, I like that a lot. Have you seen what's her name? Caitlin Olsen, I think it is. D, her show. I think it's called The Mick.
Oh, The Mick. Yeah, it got canceled.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a shot, but oh well.
No offense to her, but I think her character and her doing good on It's Always Sunny has a lot to do with the people writing the show, not necessarily her. But I don't know. Can't really say that for sure. So, what have you been? Have you been working on anything lately, or in the process of still doing anything?
Yeah, actually, the other night after me and Matt got done playing, the last time I talked to you guys, I was working on, my big hitter that I think is gonna work. But I've actually gone back to the idea I had before that because I had I just had a eureka moment in the shower one day, and I was like,
one second.
Dude.
Okay,
all right.
He's back. Yeah, I was about to say that's time, Matt. Go ahead with your eureka moment, Bryan. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, I just had dude. So I went back and just did a lot of rework to my outline for it.
See,
it's gonna be cool.
That's part of like what makes writing difficult for me, which is part of the reason why, other than just another excuse, why I actually haven't written that much, because I'm constantly, almost like every week, I'll if I start thinking about certain aspects of my stories, I change stuff in my head, and it just scares the hell out of me that I'll go through and put so much time into writing something, and then have so much stuff that I'll need to change because I'll come up with a new idea, And knowing me, I'll just say, fuck that new idea. I'm not going to do it. So I want to, whenever I finally do it, I'm basically going to have the story written out in notes and then just compile it together at some point or another.
Man, everybody does their own thing.
Matt,
Yes.
your camera is very out of center, just so you know. You need to go to your
Oh,
left.
this.
Yeah. Looking
Hey,
good.
what's up?
How'd it go?
Terrible.
Good.
Terrible.
everything's
Just
going according to plan?
Fucking awful. So can't wait.
I feel like I did good. I like my story. It's not, it's kind of cliche, but, and again, I think every time we do these things, I'm like, their story's got to be exactly like mine. How's it going to be anything different? But then it's always very different, like you were saying earlier, Bryan. We'll see.
I guess we'll see how different all this is.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, Bryan, you can take your shot of Aqua H2O, the best stuff on Earth, and then we can get your.
All right, well, let's do it.
Let's do it. So,
You see, well, I was gonna make a joke and say that you see how he didn't make a face, Matt, but no, he did make a face.
that water a little bit too strong. You can start laying eggs, dude.
Let me know whenever you're ready, and I'll start the timer for you, Bryan.
Dude, he's drinking that heavy shit. It's like
guess
that purple goop from the Power Rangers movie.
Oh man, Ivan Ooze stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm ready. So.
All right, timer is started now.
So what y'all talk about?
Huh? We talked about you and how you're gonna bomb this, and how me and him was gonna.
You weren't far from the truth.
No, I did try to tell him. I was like, hey, let's go ahead and keep workshopping your ideas some more, so we can make sure Matt's fucking sucks and you win.
Okay.
And he said he thinks he kind of has what I guess the kind of like the skeleton of it. So we'll see how it goes. I think more so, it's not even necessarily. I mean, you could have the idea in your head. It's just the time to get it all written down is more the problem. So it's almost better to go in it fresh and just do it as quick as you can, because if you workshop it too much in your head, you're just not gonna have time to put all that on the thing.
No.
On the page.
Yes, I meant to ask him like what he's been working on and writing lately, but I didn't get the chance. We got distracted by other shit. But
I asked him. He said that he's still kind of like working on stuff. That's what we were saying. He had like a eureka moment when he was in the shower the other day, and I think that'd be something cool to talk about too. Is like different like techniques. Like, where do you come up with your best ideas whenever you're writing or not writing?
when I'm just walking or cutting, like doing work, like when I'm doing physical work, that's when I think about stuff like that. Because like today, I was out trimming hedges, cutting down trees, and cutting grass today before we came out here, and I was just constantly thinking about my story and shit. So yes, usually when I'm doing physical work that doesn't require a lot of thinking, that's when I think about my own personal stuff.
Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Nope.
You need to see it. It's pretty good. But so Quentin Tarantino, when he was on Joe Rogan, he was talking about how like his process that he goes through, and I feel like it's funny to think about it because you think you're kind of just doing your own thing when you're just doing nothing but thinking about your stories. Like me, the way I do it best is either when I'm working, like I was telling you the other day, like when I'm at work just driving around, I'll go and I'll just spend hours just thinking and stuff because I can do that mindlessly while I'm doing my job.
Mm-hmm.
And then but my favorite time to think about my stories and stuff is right before I'm going to sleep. Like it puts me to bed so easily, and you get a lot of just random thoughts kind of flooding in your head. So that's my favorite time to do it, is just right before I go to sleep, which is the worst because sometimes you'll get up and you'll have to start making notes, or you just fucking forget it. But Quentin Tarantino, what he was saying he does is, which it would be so lovely to be able to do this, like because he's in a point in his life where this is his job, it's his profession, and so he has him and I pull outside. And what he does is he'll work on a scene all day, or like a 9 to 5, and then whenever he's done, he will like just kind of like go and chill. He said he like gets in the pool, has him like a glass of whiskey, he gets and just floats around, and he thinks about the scene in his head, or like the scene that's going to be next, what happens next, and he thinks about that. And then when he gets done, he'll jot down some notes, and then that's his work for the next day. And so just imagine like if you didn't have a real job, you could spend all day writing, and then the rest of the day doing like what we already do, where you just think about stuff, and then the next day that's what you work on. And that would That'd be great to be able to just do that, something like that for a living.
Sam entered the office suddenly with no
God.
warning. So I was like looking at him, like he was just sniffing around the guitar cases and the
And so
desk.
if you guys are wondering who Sam is, you can go check him out. He has his own YouTube channel. It's called The Drunken Dog. Go over there. There's a couple of videos up right now. I think one's just an introduction. Another one's a DBZ parody. Fucking great. So you should go check that out and meet Sam, the Drunken Dog.
Oh, he's in chat right now. He's saying, "What's up? What's up? What's going on, Sam?"
It hasn't came through yet. You gave it away that you're Matt or that you're Sam. There he is.
No, I didn't say that
Hey
at all.
Sam, what's up? But yeah, so, but yeah, he was saying all that. What's funny is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, he does it. He goes out and gets in his pool, and he just floats around and he listens to like a scene that he has to do later. He just keeps listening to that over and over and kind of like practicing it in his head. And I think that'd be great. That'd be really fun to do.
Yeah, like that's what like I'll take Evie for walks after I get off work around 5. I'll put her in a stroller or on my bike and we'll just go around. While I'm walking her, I'll be thinking about stories and shit. So, I mean, you definitely want to be doing like Logan knows this when he showed me Brandon Sanderson. And Brandon Sanderson gives lectures, and one of the first lectures he gave is like, if you want to be a writer, your best daytime job is being a laborer because you can just mindlessly do task that requires labor, and then that frees your mind to think about stories. So,
which that's kind of like how my job is in a sense. It's not like necessarily labor stuff, but your time's up. By the way, if you can hear us, Bryan.
Bryan, that's it. That's time. It's time.
Yeah. That feeling if I just needed one more fucking sentence.
No, you stop typing.
5 more words. I'm sorry, I had 5 more words to type.
I tried that like whenever I was at the end of mine.
Skin instead of skin, so you're gonna have to deal with the 4 words missing.
I started to do that at the end of mine, but then I was like, I can't do it.
All right.
So, before we get to the stories, let me ask you because me and him talked about it.
College randomly up and messaged me real quick.
Okay, cool. I'm glad. That's
yeah.
a good.
Thanks, it was
man.
weird.
So
yeah,
what me and Matt was just talking about, and I'm sure you heard us, was like I guess like kind of like when do you get your best thoughts for writing? Is it something you have to sit down and like, okay, now I'm gonna do it, or is it like what are you usually doing? What's your favorite way?
They just pop in my head, dude. I swear, like just randomly, I can be doing.
It's all in my head. I think about it over and over again.
And my girl Nelly, man, just that's the life my writing process lives. I don't know. I don't know. Things just come to me, especially when I'm in the shower, because that's when I try to think about.
I'm singing in the rain.
I know I've heard things where like I can't remember what it is, but there's something about being in the shower that actually does like it's something to do with temperature or something like that, where it does actually put you in a state where you're actually able to better come up with ideas and thoughts like that. Same thing with like before you go to sleep. I know there was something I read about some writer who would I think it might have been just like a philosopher or like. Might have been Einstein or somebody like that. What they would do is they would have like a mechanism that they had set up, some sort of simple machine, that whenever they would fall asleep, it would set it off and like maybe like a thing of wax would drip on their head or something would fall on their head and it would wake them up. Because in that moment of, right when you're about to go to sleep and you're awake, like that's a good sweet spot for you to come up with ideas. And so they would just basically force that to happen over and over, and that was when they would do their best thinking.
Dude, that is actually good because I've had that happen. Like, because I'll be listening to music before I go to bed, and then like some loud part will come on the song, and then I'm like in that halfway state of asleep and awake, and then I came out with some fucking plant monster thing, and I don't remember. It was like a brontosaurus that had vines all over its neck and shit. I don't remember any of it now.
It feels like you're like cheating whenever you do stuff like that because like, is this my idea or is it just? But I mean, it's coming from your head, so fuck them.
It's your idea. It came from your head.
I can't remember who it was. It was either somebody that was like a thinker or somebody that was like a writer. I can't remember what it was, like a philosopher.
There's a profession for thinking?
No, like a thinker, like a philosopher or like some sort of scientist or something. I can't remember if it was like Einstein or if it was like Newton or somebody like that.
XM West said it's called
consciousness.
Force of consciousness.
Logan knows everything. He's
Yeah,
a great source.
Be low,
he-
talk about everything. I need to learn things.
I think you and Logan would get along great, Brian.
Yeah.
Y'all two have the same thought process. I think,
Oh.
not like y'all think the same things, but y'all think deeply about that same type of stuff.
Yeah, I
I think
everything, man, way too hard.
yeah. Yeah, you could like tell me it's like this. There's this alien that comes like one of your old stories. Like this alien comes down and he's like this and that. I'm like, that's pretty deep, man. I mean, I'm more surface level.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was trying to get a deep message across, but I'd been reading a lot of Vonnegut, so I was like, I want to kind of tell it in that goofy kind of Vonnegut way, but you know, you still deliver the punch, but it's just, you know, I don't know, it's in a comedic way. I don't know if you guys have ever read Vonnegut, have you?
I don't believe so.
You should check out Breakfast of Champions and Slaughterhouse-Five. Those are really good books.
Just waiting
Wheaties?
for Logan to have an orgasm in the chat because I'm sure he knows a lot about that, and
Yeah.
he will say something.
He said Dolly would stay up for days at a time. I don't think that's the one I'm talking about, but I think Logan knows. Obviously, he said force subconsciousness, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about, but I can't remember the exact person it was. Logan, if you would like to, you can. Has he shared his story in the Discord or anything?
Yeah, he shared his story.
Okay, so let's screw Logan over and do his story first, then.
Yeah.
Would you like to read it, or would you like me to read it?
You can read it.
All right. Let me get this to a good size so I can see the whole thing. There we go.
But he cannot win. It has to be one of the three on the screen.
No, man, this is better than he wins.
I think
No, he
very much
can't
so
win.
he can win. I think he can.
I don't think he can. I don't think it's fair.
We'll see.
All right.
That's not fair.
Maybe it'll blow us all out of the
I
water.
don't know if he took a shot or not. Like Brian took a shot at least. We don't know if Logan did.
Before we start the story, Logan, if you have any sort of title for this, let me know real quick before I read it all. I'll give the title out as well. We don't need titles. I'm just be better for introducing.
Where
the
we're
story.
going, we don't need titles.
So
I like how I look. My fucking hair looks like Bam Bam right now.
let me go back over. I don't have the thing to pull up, but I'll go ahead and read out the prompt again and remind everybody. So it's a young woman in her a young man in his late teens who can be quite daring, a woman in her late 20s who can be quite selfish. The story begins in a marina. Someone is being impersonated. It's a story about loneliness. Your character takes control of the situation. So that's the outline for the prompt that we worked on that myself, Matt, Bryan, and Logan has all been a part of. Yeah, Matt does sound like a potential sore loser. Good observation, Hot Dog Sunday Skate.
Is that why we have 2 dislikes?
Oh shit, that's our first dislike, man. It's about time we're making it.
Oh, well.
Finally, the hate mail can come in.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go ahead and read Logan's story now. So this is the story off that writing prompt by Logan Westerlin, also known as XM West. So Robert took the wire.
I know where one of the dislikes came from. Real quick.
So
are we too loud, Brian?
Sorry, I'm still thinking of my story because Tom, I think I got something mixed up. So you guys will have to just kind of bear with me on mine. Sorry, I've been thinking about it too hard.
it's fine.
No, it's just
All right,
dude. Like,
so I'm gonna read Logan's story now, Matt.
okay.
All right, we good?
Yep.
All right, Robert took the wire cutters from his pocket and snipped a small arch into the fence. The razor wire atop the chain link seemed pointless now. Come on, Rob waved. This seems like a bad idea. There are cameras. Barbara pointed to the boat garage ahead, easily a 3 to 4 story tall building. This is stupid. It's not worth the cash. Still, she followed. Robert ducked through the fence, but kept a clenched fist around the cutters. Sharp glint under the moon. God, I'm just butchering this thing. Robert ducked through the fence, but kept a clenched fist around the cutters. Sharp glint under full moonlight. They have cash on hand in the garage office. Barb ducked through and scratched herself on the sharp top. Shit, she hissed, and felt her head and drew back a spot of blood on her finger. Evidence. How do you know they have cash? She whispered a shout. How do you whisper a shout, Logan? He paused a moment, waiting for Barb to catch up. I used to work here until a week ago. So you've already cased the place? Not exactly. They probably changed the code since I left. Now I don't know. Logan would have to let us know, but I feel like he might have. Yeah. Now that I'm reading this, it is kind of tough to do this without the person being here to talk about this road because we don't know what he feels like he did get, what he didn't get, his motivations, his process.
I think that's up
But,
for us to decide.
I don't feel like he hit all the points, but
It's okay.
That's what he said in the chase. I did not get all the prompts right up.
okay.
Yeah, I think I got a couple of little things confused, but it might make sense. I don't know. So,
Well, at least
okay.
I could have went back to my old ways and just said, no, this happened, this happened, this happened, and he cooked the pizza, and then that's it. He got all the points.
You're not supposed to have anything like cooking pizza. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read my story now. So this is the story by Tom Sawyer. All right. So John walked along the marina staring at all the guys with their big yachts and beautiful women. He was so tired of being alone, he just wanted to feel the touch of a woman again. He noticed Jessica with one of the guys. He loved her, but she would never go for a guy like him. Not paying attention while lost in thought, he tripped and fell into the water. The air immediately left him, and things started to go dark. Suddenly, he could breathe again, but he was underwater still. A huge fish floated in front of him. Make a wish and it'll be granted. John was confused, but just went for it. I wish I was one of them rich, handsome yacht owners. Suddenly, he was back on dry land. Well, a dry yacht. His clothes were nice, and he ran to a mirror. He looked totally different. He looked handsome. He heard a voice and recognized it was Jessica. Hey, honey, you gonna come out? She said. He didn't know what was going on. He met her on the front of the yacht, and she was pointing and laughing at a man that was walking alone, and then he realized that was him. Bombshell!
It was me the whole time.
It was me. I like it.
I wish I was one of those handsome yacht owners.
Yeah, you can't spend too much time on a lot of these things. Like I'm like writing, I'm like, there's such a better way to write this. I'm like, something's better than nothing.
I don't care. It's whiskey filled writing.
Whiskey fueled writing, baby. I miss alcohol fueled writing. It was cool.
I say that, but this would be just as good as anything else that I actually wrote.
My
Like,
best.
what are words? I gotta keep it simple for all my adult readers that aren't strong readers. Wish fish. There you go.
Yeah,
Thanks,
how
man.
they do.
I was trying to think of a name before I started it. Logan suggested Wish Fish. I like that a lot.
Wish fish.
So that was my story, Wish Fish. So now on to you, Mr. Clark.
All right, hold on. Yeah.
Got to chug of the beer.
I chug the beer.
Did you say, where's my gun?
No. I said,
Okay,
where's my
thank
gun?
God. Oh, that's much better than a gun.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, very much so.
Sylvanus fished around. I was just kidding. Ryan fished around in his pocket for his ID. It was his 18th birthday, and his parents had allowed him to throw a party on the family yacht. It was an exciting time for Ryan. He was legally an adult. He could move out, be on his own, make his own rules. Yet, the marina security guard stood in his way. She jutted out her hip and crossed her arms. Look, kid, if you can't prove who you are, I can't let you in. She was young-looking, tan-skinned, blonde hair. Ryan sighed. Hold on, give me a second. Something heavy hit the side of the wooden wall of the guard shack. Ryan looked at the shack, then the guard. What was that? Don't worry about it. ID, now. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
Was there even a girl in that story?
Yeah, the security guard.
Okay, I missed it.
I said she jutted out her hip and crossed her arms. Look, kid.
Leaving me hanging, man. I was hoping for more. Thought there was
Exactly. I had an idea and decided to scrap it at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then had to come up with.
I will say that I've suggested with this format for us to try to do longer versions of it, like 10-minute long ones, and Matt's always shot them down. He's like 5 minutes is perfect.
5 minutes is perfect.
But I would like to try to do one where we have more time to actually work on it and actually try to produce a good story. I think that could be a fun just change up for it at some point.
Maybe when we decide to do a longer version, but yeah. I think 5 minutes is good.
Last time I talked about that was whenever was joking about doing a 24-hour stream.
I think it's good. I think 5 minutes is good because it's entertaining.
Yeah.
We can talk about this. We can talk about this later. But go ahead, Brian. And now it's your turn to read your story.
Okay, let's see. All right. Fucking Donnie. What made him think stealing a boat would be fun and just fucking leaving me when we started getting chased? Fucking Donnie. I finally made it to the spot in the marina where I didn't hear the sound of yelling and footsteps running in my direction. I caught my breath and looked to my right. A woman was waving at me, cigarette in hand, motioning for me to come over and join her on her yacht. Fucking Donnie. I said, fuck it. What else could go wrong tonight? I walked over and climbed onto the huge boat. She stood there, took a drag of her smoke. What's your name? Ronnie. What brings you out here all out of breath? My twin stole a boat, brought us here of all places, and split without me. I got chased for what felt like 10 hours. Sounds fun. We should go for it. I was confused. Go for what? Please don't say it, I thought. Let's take one for real. This isn't even my boat. I was speechless for a minute. What a night. What a life. What could go wrong? I'd given up on life since Susan left. I've just been drinking and spending too much time with Donnie. So here we are. And that's as far as I got.
I like
It's not
that.
bad. The story is called Fucking Donnie.
Yeah, fucking Donnie.
That's not bad. I really like that. You came up with that in 5 minutes. No,
No.
He sat there and thought about it. And sat there and thought about it.
I don't know. When I started typing, man, I was kind of by the seat of my pants. Honestly, I was like, I don't know if this initial scene's gonna work, but I just went with it, and it worked.
Now, real quick, I do got to ask
it's
you
really
guys
good.
about one thing. Where's the Matt? Did you have impersonation in your story?
I alluded to it.
How did you allude to it? I'm not saying you didn't. I just don't recall it.
There was a bang at the guard shack wall, and Ryan was like, "What is that?" And the guard told her, "Don't." The guard told him, "Don't worry about it." But it was an allusion to something going on at the marina.
So what was that got to do with impersonating?
She's impersonating a guard because
Oh,
she has a guard tied up in the shack.
Oh, okay.
that's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, it just has. Yeah, I didn't catch that, but it's someone is being impersonated. I'm sure if the story went on further, we would have caught that.
10 minutes, man. I'm just saying, dude. 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a long fucking time.
7 minutes.
No, fucking 10 minutes is 5 minutes is fucking like that. So 10 minutes is just like that. Not much longer.
If we could do 10 minutes. We'll test it. Who's the next take your shot? There, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
All right.
Right
let's
now,
get to the stories.
just off of stories, because it's so hard to pick out certain points and everything like that. I think we all hit it. Maybe we didn't. I know.
He's a sexy female fatal.
Did you
Whole
had
time.
a female secondary character, which I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a I mean, anybody can be a secondary character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked Bryan's the best. Like it just I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. If I felt more of a mood from it, and I don't know, it just felt better. Like it felt like a real story.
It felt like the guy felt like a guy who was just like whatever, kind of went with the flow of time, bent like a tree in the wind.
Yeah,
type of
man.
thing.
Lost his leg. Now he's just like, fuck it. And then Donnie fucked him up.
I feel like
You
mine
really
was
got
the-
that point across where like either his girlfriend left. You just said Susan, so I don't know if that was his girlfriend or something like that. Like whoever that person was left him. Either it was death or just breaking up. But you kind of got that from the character. It was just like,
That was the thing I
fuck
forgot.
everything. I don't care.
So I had to make him be like, oh, yeah, shit. We gotta
Like-
throw in a breakup or something, man.
Yeah.
I personally feel like mine was the most fun. But I don't
like-
think anybody's
I liked
I don't
it a
think
lot.
anybody's gonna argue with that. I don't think fucking Brian's definitely
I
wasn't
don't even
fun.
remember what happened
but it was
in yours.
It was better. A guy fell in the water, made a wish to a fish, and became
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy
that's right.
that he
Okay,
wanted
yeah.
to be with the girl that he wanted.
Was his name
Um,
Jonah?
John. Oh, that would have been so
John.
much better. See, his name
Yeah.
was actually going to be Johnny, and then I was like, John is so much easier to spell, so I just changed it to John because
Yeah, I
that's,
think-
that's less letters.
There you go.
I think Brian
I
hit
think
all the
Brian-
points.
What was your concern? What was your impersonation?
Taking charge moment. Taking charge moment. I think because like I don't think Brian hit all the points because his character never took charge.
Like that was my hardest one. Is did he take control of the situation?
Yeah.
The way I say he took control of the situation was by doing the wish. Like he just went for it.
That's where I got it messed up. Like she was the one who did the
Taking
daring.
charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the daring
Which-
one.
Yeah,
I would say that's fine. It just says your character takes control, so it doesn't. All of them's his character. So if a character's taking
Well, yeah,
control,
no, I agree. I have no disagreements about Brian winning. I just my his character didn't take charge. Well, his female character could take charge because you're right. It says your
Just
character
says
takes charge. It doesn't.
Yeah.
But his character isn't daring unless you count daring as getting on a boat with a stranger. That could be daring.
Oh shit!
So.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it was like he was like, "Fuck it, what else do I have to do?"
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's good.
I totally forgot about the quite daring and quite selfish parts, and I just now realized I still hit those. I feel like, but I totally forgot about the selfish and
I
daring.
think you hit pretty well on the points.
Yeah. Oh
Very
yeah.
well,
I
enjoyed it,
fucking
Tommy.
got lucky with those two.
Matt was hanging. Matt sucked. Always.
Yeah.
did hang.
Matt's
yeah.
wasn't. I mean, I really don't think Matt's was bad though. Like it just,
Oh,
I just don't think he. Again, I
I didn't hit nearly.
like.
I
I
think
would
I hit
say
3 points.
Brian hit the perfect balance because it's a balancing act between getting it all out there and having it be good. And either you get it all out there and it's bad, or you don't get it all out there and you don't have a whole story, but it's good. And
Appreciate
I feel
it.
like we see the whole spectrum. Matt's was good, but he couldn't get it all out.
Left me
Mine
hanging.
wasn't like I mean, the bones of the story is there and it's not bad, but it doesn't sound great when you read it. It's not like it's just not well written. Yours is well written and it's a cool story. So
Well,
you're able to get it all. So I'm definitely saying Bryan won. I think that let's see, Wishfish was fun. It was fun. I think Bryan showed all the points. Bryan hit all the points. I like Bryan's. I think
So
Tom
really,
hit all the points. Yeah,
it comes down to the guest. Who's in last place?
Yeah.
Guest. Who's in last? Not Bryan, but who's in last place? Chat. Who's in last place?
Hanging.
Which I will say, out of a lot
I will
of the
say
ones,
that. I will
really
say,
don't-
well, hold on. You
Go ahead.
can say you will say first, and then I will say last. Go ahead.
I will say that I think this is one of the better. It's funny because we all thought, which I thought this was going to be hard. This seems like it might have been one of the harder ones that we've had. But I think out of all the take your shots we've done, I think this one turned out the best. Like everybody had a pretty decent story. Like I can't say
That's what I was going to say. I think out of all the take your shots one, this one had a better comprehension of the story.
yeah.
Like everyone wrote a good story. It wasn't like some shit that I would
Yeah.
pull back in the day. It wasn't some
Yeah.
fucking. And
I still need to work on my technique a little bit more because I tried that I think last time we did it with Neil, but I forgot this time where I try to actually flesh it out and do a little bit better storytelling and not just hit the points because that's all I'm doing is I'm literally going through what point do I need next, okay, and I try to hit them as I'm going, but make it sound like it fits in the story and not just point to point like you used to do.
That's all you got to do. Just kind of remember what you're here for and just start hammering out words, man. That's what I used to always do. Then just go back and edit it later.
you can.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the thing with take a shot is like you can hit only one point, but if it's fucking good enough, people are gonna like it. People are gonna choose that one if you can.
Yeah, but at the same time that's cheating because you spent 5 minutes working on 1 point. And of course, you can make that 1 point sound great in 5 minutes versus hitting all like 6 points in 5 minutes. That's why hitting the points is very important. I think we've talked about before how you can still win without hitting all the points, but I don't think that's really fair to the people that do hit all the points.
I can go back to my outline.
I mean, I think that's part of it. You just got to find that balance of what
Yeah.
you need, how to get it all there. Like I said, like Bryan was able to find it perfectly. I feel like I'm almost there. I
Thanks,
just
man.
gotta-
I appreciate you
I
guys.
don't
Actually,
know.
I was really
like-
scared of that one.
You really
Yeah,
had a lot of
I think you did
like
good.
I don't know. It felt like it had a lot of character and personality. Like the dialogue, I think is what was good. I think which I really love good dialogue, and I feel like especially in 5 minutes that was great. And you just
My
that-
thing when I
that-
write, I want there to be a lot of character interaction. Like that's yeah.
which that's gotten me thinking here lately. Like I don't know if I never really cared about writing a book until like me and Matt started talking, and Matt started writing a book years ago. And then I realized I used to want to write a comic or a cartoon, so I thought that maybe because that's more dialogue stuff. So I'm thinking about trying to, whenever I start actually working on these stories, making them either in the format of a comic or a cartoon or whatever it is I want to do, or script something.
Graphic novel. Like that's what I was thinking about. Like I said, the idea that I went back to, like I could just basically completely changed it, but nah, same concept. It would be really cool as a graphic novel.
Yeah,
I don't even.
That
So I asked the chat who was in last place, and Logan said himself. I don't even think he was in. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna say I think Logan's came in last place.
Okay.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
Matt left
he-
me hanging as always.
He ain't here.
It's personal. That's all it is.
The reason I say Logan's came in last place isn't because his was bad. I just had a hard time reading it.
That's what it was.
I don't
Delivery.
know if that's a personal problem.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if that was my fault or the way it was written. Maybe I think he writes at such a I ain't up to his reading level. That's what it is.
He's 13th grade.
He has these big words like Rob. Yeah, I think it's the character's name, and I can't work with that. It's too much.
No, are you kidding? Are you okay? You're joking. Okay,
Yeah, of course
you're
I'm joking.
You're joking. You're joking.
I think you do much better. I appreciate that. I think again, your story, like your writing, the actual writing is much better. Logan's is, but I think I just was able to have like I wasn't able to really follow what was going on with this story. But I think part of it was I was thinking about reading it, not paying attention to what I was reading, which whenever you read out loud can happen. At least for me, I'm not good at comprehension when I'm reading aloud. Yeah, even implied. That's one thing I think that happened last time with Neil. Matt had a point that I didn't pick up on, but it was an implied point that once he explained it, I was like, "Oh shit, of course." It was I can't remember what it was exactly. And that kind of
I don't remember. I just remember I won that episode.
Yeah,
I won that
totally,
episode.
Which that's neat, but the only thing that sucks about that is, like I said with this one, is you would have to read more of the story to be able to get that point, which sucks because we don't have that more of the story. So you kind of want it to hit now while we're in here. So
10 minutes, dude. 10 minutes.
there's so much going on.
I think next time we'll increase it into 7. We'll increase it to 7 and see how that goes.
If we have an episode that's like this right here, where we're only doing take your shot, I think it's totally fine doing 7-10 minutes. But whenever we do, like if we do a writer's craft where we do take your shot in the middle of the show, I think it's better to do the 5 minutes.
Give it a 5, yeah. Because you got a lot of stuff
duck it in the chat. I didn't listen to any story, but I assume Matt cheated and lost.
He did cheat, and I think he did lose. I think you're right.
How did I cheat?
Because you and Bryan were talking about the story before we even started.
Not the whole time.
Increase it to 43. To 43 what? Seconds?
It's a
You
good
got 43
number.
seconds. You got one line.
It's a good number. Declare a draw. I don't think that's not how this works. Somebody has to lose. God damn it!
Yeah.
Look at you making me swear on the
I think
internet.
Brian won. I want to say.
Yeah, hands
I
down.
wanna say
Not
Bryan
even a
won.
question.
I'll settle all of this, and you guys can pick your.
So who's the loser? Is it Wish a Fish?
The loser really
it
doesn't really.
Mako?
My
Is
story
it-
has a
is-
title. Let's go off. We'll name. Well, no, I can't say it that way. I was gonna say we'll name the title of the one that lost. No, I'm not gonna say it and do that.
43 points.
40. Increase it to 43 points. Oh shit. That's how does that sound as a trade-off? We can increase the points of the story if we increase the time, like add a couple more points.
No,
Just kidding. The website won't allow that. I only have the 6 to work with.
I think that was enough.
Yeah.
7 minutes is enough for that. 5 wasn't. I still had a couple of things I could have
You had to hit 43 points and make them all in 10 minutes.
That's why I had to. I was like, no, I just need 4 more words. So here we are. That was it. That was a perfect way to end it, I guess, on 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it. I don't know why I'm attacking Matt so hard. You know exactly why you're attacking Matt so hard, because that's what you do. He's the most. It's easy to attack Matt because Matt has a good time with it.
Oh,
Natty,
of course,
natty,
dude.
natty.
This is nothing. Like Logan's manuscript is very good. Other people in the server's manuscript is very good, and mine is a trash heap. Just a trash heap in there. All I see is yellow on every line. But
Oh shit! Is that from people editing and looking at it?
yeah, that's from people adding comments.
Oh
But
no!
it's just it's a great time though. I enjoyed.
I enjoyed this. This was really fun. I forgot how fun it was
Yeah.
last time.
Well, see, that's what I was saying beforehand. Like, it starts off, it's so daunting. You're like, I don't want to. But once you're done with it, like, I don't think there's been a time where I've ever done worse than I thought I was going to do. I always think it's going to be terrible, and then it turns out pretty good. The reason you enjoyed it so much is because we've said nothing but nice things about you, and the only reason we do that is because we want you to come back again. We need guests. No, I'm just kidding. No, yours was really good. I would I would go so far as to say, which me and Matt were saying earlier, like this is kind of the best turnout of stories that we've had. I think I would go so far as to say that I've enjoyed your story more than any, just from memory, more than any story I've heard before. The only other one I can think of is I really enjoyed Emily's when Emily was here. So it would have to be, I'd have to listen back to Emily's story.
Way better than everybody.
Emily, I remember I enjoyed Emily's a lot, which is like Logan's is always fantastic, but Logan, he's never able to get the full story out. So it's not that Logan's are bad.
Logan thinks too deep into it, and
he's fucking writing poetry with his words.
Yeah,
it's fucking annoying. With Sean, Pat, I mean, everybody does a good job, especially the guests. I think usually the people that do bad is me and Matt. Mine's basically always the same sort of thing. Matt, I don't know. Devin sucked.
It just depends how I feel that day.
Matt just always sets me up for something, and I'm like, okay, and then oh fuck, there's nothing else.
Yep. No, it's called subverting your expectations.
Well, I'm just gonna have no expectations with you from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Coming into this expecting absolutely nothing or everything from Matthew. So.
It just depends on when I felt. It depends if I had a full throttle or a monster before I came on the show.
Whichever one makes you just give me some stuff instead of setting me up. Take that. That's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Emily did have a good one when she was on Take a Shot.
I can't remember it. I just remember I very, very much enjoyed it. Like hers and Bryan so far are the ones that I've I guess complimented the most. I feel like.
What was hers though?
I don't remember. Would have to go back and watch it. Like I don't remember the prompt or anything. The only prompt I really remember is the one where they were in a desert. That was my favorite prompt, but I don't remember the stories from that.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, the desert one. Who was that with? Was that with Logan and Emily?
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
Wasn't
But
here.
yeah. So what are you right now, Bryan?
I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry. What are you right now? Like what kind of stories are you? Are you just doing short stories? You working on a novel?
No, yeah, I wanna do the book. It's like I said, I keep hopping back and forth between those two now that I have a way better idea for project one that just went stale for a long time. But yeah, I'm still brainstorming. Like I said, with the last one, it's still kind of all over the place. I'm still trying to get all the key plot points before I put it all together and start writing chapters.
I feel like
It's
been a really slow process.
What's the story about?
Oh,
if you want to share, I don't know if you want to, just hold on to it for a little bit. But
it's like a post-apocalyptic sci-fi western. There's a lot. It's
kind of like Trigun.
Not necessarily, no.
What's Trigon? Is that some sort of anime bullshit you're always listening to, Matt?
Yeah, dude, you watch Trigun?
I've heard it before, but I've never watched it. I couldn't tell you anything about it.
So good.
Bash Stampede, dude. $6 million man.
$6 million double dollar man.
Yeah, $double. That's what.
Double dollars.
So I got a quick question for you out of nowhere. Bryan, do you watch any anime at all?
Oh yeah, I love anime.
Have you watched Death Note?
Total. Yeah, I watched. It was one of the. I don't know. I guess when I was really getting into it, it was one of the first ones I watched, and I really enjoyed it because I didn't really have that much of an arsenal, but I wouldn't go back and watch it again.
I've never went back and watched it again, just because like with a show like that, it's not something I feel like you can watch again because there's so much info dumping and monologuing it has at times. But the way they set up the monologuing is where you're excited to get that info dump. And so going back and watching it just you know everything, so it won't be as fun because you're always waiting for that. What is happening?
Yeah,
Explain it to me.
You already know what's going on in the next part of the story.
Whenever I first got into anime, I asked a buddy of mine, which I don't watch a lot of anime. I asked some buddies, what should I watch first? And Death Note was always everybody's suggestion. And I've been trying to get Matt to watch it. Matt says he doesn't like anime, but Matt watches more anime and knows more about anime than anybody I know. Because
I watched Godzilla Singular Point was the greatest anime I've seen recently.
I'll check it out. I need something new. Oh, but dude, you should if you like the whole mystery thriller kind of type stuff, you should definitely check out this one called Monster. It's really long. It's like 42 episodes, but it is worth every minute, dude. Monster is so good.
Well, I already told someone else that I would watch Orphan Blood. or something. The Gundam, the Gundam
Oh,
anime.
I Am Brother
Yeah.
Orphans.
You never told
I'm
anybody
gonna-
to watch Death Note, so fucking ignore that, I guess.
Yeah.
You said
Yes.
it.
Yeah, you're
God
never
damn
gonna
it.
get on Dueling Book.
I've already done my part. I did
If you
like
feel
3
so
sets of them.
Then if you feel so inclined, yeah, watch Death Note. It's not bad. It's just I wouldn't go back and watch it. I liked it when I was watching it. It's
You'll
an
love it,
enjoyable
Matt.
ride. So
Me and Matt made a deal a while back for some Yu-Gi-Oh phone game app, and he said if I do certain things, I can't remember what it was, but like get to certain levels or something, for every level I get to, he would watch an episode of Death Note. Well, I did like 3 levels. He never watched any goddamn episode, so I quit doing it. So I'm waiting on him to catch up to me so I can finish playing this Yu-Gi-Oh game.
the last season of Attack on Titan has been airing. The first half has at least. Second half I think is later
Now,
this
I
year.
saw the manga ending of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I haven't. I never really read the manga. I haven't kept up with manga.
I would just say pigeon.
I
Fucking
know.
pigeons, dude. Fucking pigeons.
I've seen the first 2 seasons. I think I started the 3rd season, and I'm really bad. I can't do subtitles. I have to watch dubbed versions. And for whatever reason, when I was watching it, halfway through season 3, it just fucked up and the dub wasn't working. I was like, no sound or something, so I just quit watching. I haven't went back to it because I'm lazy. But at some point, I'll go back and finish watching Attack on Titan. I enjoyed I think season 3 was neat because it shifted away from the Titans and got more into the characters, I felt like.
They were
And
killing
that
people.
was pretty cool. Yeah.
So, but yeah. Oh, Steins Gate. That's my favorite of all time. It's really good. Definitely
know.
check that.
Anime is like a hit and miss for me. I tried to watch like Sword Art Online at one point because I was like, I like MMOs. I want to try anime. Let me see. And I didn't like that when it was too much jumping around. Like the next episode would be like 3 weeks in the future or something, and it just didn't seem like a full story.
If you can just get a plot synopsis and a character review of everybody and just jump right into season 3, season 3.
I got you. I think I may have watched all of season 1 and that was it. But my anime list isn't like, I've tried a bunch of different ones. I'll watch like an episode or 2. Animes are fun. And this is what I think why Matt needs to try checking them out, because I think Matt would enjoy them a lot. The reason I started watching anime is because I had this thought. I have friends that like the same type of video games as me. They like comics like I do. They like a lot of stuff I like, but they like anime and I don't like anime. I was like, I'll probably fucking like anime then. So I started checking them out. And yeah, I like them. It's like anime is great because it's like an adventure. Like it's a lot of them is more of it's like you watch these dramatic, episodic TV shows that they have coming out a lot now. And that's how anime's always been. It's these long, stories that go on and they're really good, and they're a lot of them's really fun. I like that journey that you have this big quest. Like, you look at the old Dragon Ball show. They had this big quest, and they're going on little mini adventures along the way. I love stuff like that. Avatars like that.
It's like Monster, dude. You need to watch Monster. It's so good.
I'll try to check it out because whenever I play like games like WoW and stuff, I want something to kind of like just play in the background. I know I've watched Death Note. I've seen a few seasons of Attack on Titan. My Hero Academia, I watched I think 2 or 3 seasons of that, which I think Matt would like that. I don't know if he ever started it.
I didn't care
Not a
for
fan?
it. Everybody says it's so good, and they said it's like, oh, it's the best shonen of all time, and I'm like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say all that, but I enjoyed it. And again, it's like, but that's what's so cool about anime, because anime, it's like cartoons for adults. Now, there is a lot of weird shit, and that's why Matt stays away from it, because there's that weird, like, over the top
tropes.
stuff. Yeah, and
Yeah,
that stuff's
where they,
annoying. And
yeah,
Yeah, I don't. Like,
it's hard to.
sometimes you
all of a
just-
sudden, the character has a cat face. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this shit?
that
And
kind of
that's
weird
just
stuff.
that's just the style that they have with anime. But a lot of it, not all of it, has that. So you have to kind of sift through it to find the ones that will fit what you like. And at the same time, some of them that are good has that sort of stuff, and you just kind of got to put up with it because the overall story.
That's
are
what.
still
Oh,
really
well, that's
good.
why like Godzilla Singular Point. It was a full-fledged anime. It was an anime, but no one made those goofy fucking faces. Besides, like
I have to
the-
check it out.
the AI, and it made sense with the AI because the AI was a cartoon character. So
Matt, I
will-
think I know one you'd like. I think you'd like this one called God Eater. God Eater is really dope. I think you would enjoy that one for sure.
God
See,
Eater.
God
Matt,
Eater.
Matt likes so much stuff that comes out of Japan that I know he would. Maybe that's his problem. Maybe he doesn't want to get into anime because he knows he'll like it too much, and he doesn't want to become that guy. But like
You don't
he
wanna
likes,
I want to be a weeb.
You
he,
don't want to be
he
a weak Matt.
I list off all these animes that he likes, and he's like, well, that one doesn't count. So he likes Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z. He likes
Those are-
Godzilla, which isn't an anime. No, but they're all like they're kind of like all gateway drugs to anime. That's kind of how you get into anime.
Dragon Ball
And
Z.
that
first.
opens you up to the idea of anime and Japanese, cartoons, animation, and all that stuff. So if he dove into a little bit more, so these surface level ones that a lot of people that are in anime be like, those don't really count. Once he gets into the deep, good stuff that's there, he would love it. I think he even watched Attack on Titan. He liked that.
Hidden gems that
I liked
aren't-
Attack on Titan until they got into the kaiju fights. That was Frankenstein versus Frankenstein
Yeah.
type of thing. Like Frankenstein versus Frankenstein was like a kaiju movie that was two humanoid people that were giant. And they looked kind of like Power Rangers, and then that's all I thought of when I watched Attack on Titan. The ending of season 1. The only thing I think of was fucking Power Rangers, the two of them fighting. So I kind of was like, nah, okay. But I've been keeping up with the manga, and like the shit gets twisted, man. Shit gets crazy, and I think it ended very well. I know a lot of people hated the ending, but I like the ending.
Man, it makes me want to pick up manga. I've read a lot of Junji Ito's stuff. Danny got me into him. He's really cool. He writes a lot of like horror stuff, and it's always like weird body horror type stuff. I don't know. It's cool, but I don't know. I kind of want to get into some other stuff.
What do you mean? What are you talking about, Duckett? He liked something that came out of Germany in 19. Oh, okay, hold on. That's it. Ban Duckett from the YouTube chat.
Hold on, I'll get on that.
No,
Junji
Neil.
Ito stuff.
You were talking about some great family-friendly anime. Violent Jack. That's gonna stick with me forever. Watching those gifs on fucking Google Images.
Oh, Violent. Like
Violent Jack, or something like that. I don't know, but I was looking up some. Me and Neil and Logan were talking last night, and we were just naming off animes that we watched, and he named off something called Violent Jack, and there was this naked woman who just exploded. It just fucking exploded from the torso down, and I don't understand what happened.
you want to see some gory stuff like that? Watch Elfen Lied. There's some
I
really
don't want to see fucking gory shit like that.
See, I
That's
don't
the
like gory
point.
stuff. Like I don't like gory for the sake of gore.
Yeah, like Attack on Titan was fine because they were Titans eat people, but like
Yeah.
Violence Jack was just like some woman exploding, and all you saw was the half of her torso for like no reason. Disavow. Yeah, I disavow Duckett. I disavow.
But I
I
think
have like
uh,
a whole list
if
of
you-
stuff I'm sure you'd like that.
after
can
this
make a-
show, if you're looking for an anime to watch, Matt, it seems like between Logan. Oh shit, he knew all he found out. He caught me. But I think if you go through and look at this, I mean, I'm sure there's recommendations I need to look through and try to watch some stuff. Berserk, I think Berserk. That's the one that's just a movie, right? It's not a show.
No, there's movies, but the anime's pretty old.
I remember
think
watching one.
But there's 3 movies.
What was the one? Was it Goblin Slayer? Is that what it's called?
Hey,
There's
don't
Goblin
watch Goblin
Slayer.
Slayer. I
Goblin
watched the
Slayer
first
was
episode
rough,
of Goblin
man.
Slayer,
Demon
and I was
Slayer.
like, "What the fuck is this, dude?"
Demon Slayer is really good. I don't know if you've watched that, but you should. It won anime.
I played the game Demon Soul.
Demon
Demon
Souls, is that in the same vein? What would you suggest right now as your number one top pick if a friend's like, hey man, I'm thinking about getting into anime, what should I watch? What would be your first go to, Brian?
Well, first I would ask what kind of genre and then kind of pick from that. But if I was going to tell anybody to watch anything, I'd probably say Steins Gate, dude, just because it's my favorite. It's really cool. It's like sci-fi time travel kind of thing. I don't know. There's
Okay.
all kinds of different like stuff that I like though, man. I don't know. I would just suggest that because it's my favorite. But I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to watch. Are you trying
Yeah.
to get gore? Are you trying to get a thriller? Are you trying to get
That's
mechs? Like
That's what's
Gundam.
so
Yeah.
cool about anime too, is there's sci-fi. It's not just one thing.
yeah,
That
there's-
a lot of there's sci-fi, there's fantasy, there's horror, there's so much there that there is to. And
Parasite. I could
you
recommend
just-
Parasite.
you just got to dig through and find the one that kind of fits for you. Like, I know a lot of people would always tell me Full Metal Alchemist, so I started watching Full Metal Alchemist. I got through like the first season.
You tell me
and-
Brotherhood's good.
And then everybody's like, you got to watch Brotherhood. You got to watch Brotherhood. And I'm like, I'm not fucking starting this over. So I quit watching Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Bryan, did you ever watch Scried?
No, I don't think so.
Scried? Yeah, they finally announced the Blu-ray, and I went ahead and bought the whole entire series on Blu-ray. Scried, I used to watch it on Adult Swim.
Mhm.
It's like this guy has like a metal arm and everything. He has bullets on his shoulders, and he's like first bullet and everything like that. You never watched that on Adult Swim?
I think so. Doesn't
Yeah.
sound familiar.
Scried?
Never heard of it.
I think it was good.
Yeah, doesn't sound familiar.
Real quick, if I can take a break in this sweet anime conversation. I knew you'd get into anime, man. I know you love it so much. Let's just call the loser a draw, Matt. And you want to take a shot with me?
Yes, if we can take a small 2-minute break.
All right, guys. We will take us a small 2-minute break if you guys can mute your mics, and I'll play some nice music for you fellas while we're taking our break. We'll be right back, and you can believe me because it says it on the screen. Be right back. We all back? We good to go?
Yeah, we are good. I was busting, dude.
Yeah, we're
Totally fine. This is a show that involves drinking, so a lot of times you need to go relieve your bladder. I understand.
So Bryan, Have you
No.
never seen this anime?
Stop, Matt. We're not. We got you got a shot to take with me real quick, and then we can talk about
Okay.
that.
Well, okay. I'll bring it. I'll bring it back up in a little bit.
Encouraging out.
You lost,
Encouraging.
Matt. You got to take the shot.
You lost. You take the shot. You do it. That's the rules.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
I don't make the rules.
Tequila's so much better than whiskey.
Warriors, come out and play.
Just take it from the bottle, man. Do a whole handle.
Dude, just swig. Go for it.
I already poured my glass.
No balls. You ready?
Yep.
This is to all you out there in rough craft land. We lost 3 viewers, but we got 2 of them back. Hell yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Matthew, are you okay?
That is nowhere near as good as the lime one I had, but that's still much better than whiskey.
Fucking hate taking shots.
I know, I still got more of it.
Fucking hate it.
Then
But
why
anyway,
would you make this.
pick up Scribe on you.
Make sure you put it in the
Amazon.
center of your screen, Matt, or nobody can see it. There you go. And what is that?
So
Is
you
that
never have you never seen this anime?
No. Nope. I've not.
I think.
Hold
I
on,
think
Matt.
it's-
So this whole goddamn time I'm sitting here saying, you should watch anime, you like anime, and you're like, I don't like anime. You got a fucking
Brad,
closet
that's
full of
on Blu-ray.
anime that you've been watching that you're
I
trying to
got a Blu-ray that
He's
costs
like-
$60.
he's
Of
like,
an
I got
anime
this-
I've seen once.
$60 Blu-ray that I've watched and I want you guys to watch it. He's giving us recommendations. The guy that
I'm
doesn't
giving
like
you
anime,
recommendations now.
good, because I ain't got $60 to spend on anime.
Yeah. No. No. Not buying anything on Blu-ray.
One
Hey,
thing that-
it's a good show.
Watch it.
I'm gonna get some. I think I'm gonna buy Trigun's anime too. No, Trigun's Blu-rays.
Oh yeah, you like try.
You watch
Oh,
so
I
much
fucking
more
love
anime
Trigun.
than me, Matt.
I know. I don't like it though. Like I try to watch the Van Helsing series, and I couldn't stand it.
Yeah,
I couldn't
I tried
stand
to.
it.
I like it. I've been thinking about Castlevania. I don't know why, but I just
I've
keep
watched.
Logan,
have you not
Logan
seen it yet?
says it's very good.
I remember watching the first season when it first came out, and I enjoyed it. It seemed really quick, like it was like just very I don't know. I could be misremembered. It's been years ago, but it seemed very action oriented. Like it was getting straight into the shit. There wasn't much of a build up.
Like like Emily's into the webtoons, and that's very anime type stuff. So it's not like Shield. Did you just say Shield Hero?
Who?
I thought they said Healing Ultimate. Okay. Oh, Helsing Ultimate. Okay.
I like how you're saying. Did you just say something to a word somebody typed out? How did you misunderstand something that somebody wrote?
There's some fucked up shit out there like Shield Hero, or Healer in Time or something like that. Something about there was an anime about some healer. It was like an RPG anime, and it was in the same vein as Goblin Slayer episode 1. And like I can't remember what the healer thing was, but like he just went like they. All right, I can't say it on YouTube, but they did a lot of stuff to him, and then he went crazy, and then turned back time, and then took over, and then did a lot of that fucked up shit to them. So I can't remember what that anime was called. Something healer.
Find out. I love time travel.
Yeah, I like time travel and stuff, but it's so weird because I don't like sci-fi stuff, and sci-fi is, time travel usually involves sci-fi.
Oh man, speaking of sci-fi, me and Tyler watched Arrival the other night. That movie is cool, man. You should check it out.
What movie?
Arrival.
Arrival.
Arrival. Yep, it's cool.
There was some movie. It was based on Lovecraft. There was people trapped in a hospital in Canada. It was like a small hospital, and then all of a sudden, these people in like triangle, what was the pyramid head people, came out in white sheets with
was that Silent
signs
Hill?
on their head. No, it wasn't Silent Hill, but it
No,
was.
I'm saying, is that what you're talking about? The triangle? I think that was Silent Hill. They had, like,
Yeah,
triangle
Pyramid
heads,
Head.
yeah.
The guy in Silent Hill. There was people that came around and surround the hospital, and it ended in such a weird way. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a crazy. I don't know why I keep interrupting with my bullshit. Y'all go ahead. Keep
No,
talking.
no, you're fine. I mean, at this point, we're just filling time. I mean, we've done the show.
The
So-
Arrival, was that it?
Didn't Bryan just say we should watch The Arrival?
Yeah, that was it.
So
Okay.
It's a really cool movie.
Neil said The Void. So is that it, Matt?
That was the movie. The Void. That was the movie.
Okay. The Void.
Yeah,
I'll
the
check
Void.
that
It was pretty good, but it ended kind of wonky. There was a guy in like, the fucking Power Rangers first movie. What was his name? You said it earlier.
Ivan Ooze?
Ivan Ooze. Yeah, he
Okay.
looked like Ivan Ooze. He was all in like this black sparkly. You know the glitter painting you see on the side of boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that character looked like in a full latex bodysuit. It just looked like he was at the bottom half of a boat. It was all sparkly, full of glitter. It was just weird.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it was called The Void. Yeah, thanks, Neil. Thank you.
I'll have to check that out.
We got proactive people in our chat.
Good people. Good folks.
Good people. I like how Brian's picture on the YouTube has a cherry blossom painting behind him.
Oh yeah, Dan.
We've been talking about anime this whole fucking show.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that earlier. It's funny how like Bryan is not like this isn't something that he does, but he happens to have the much better background going on.
I mean, it's just a painting. Danny
It's a good
paints
painting
lot.
in a good spot, and you pick the right
Wait,
spot
wait.
to sit in front of it.
Your fiance painted that?
Yeah, Danny made that.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing.
Well,
That's
tell
neat,
her
yeah.
I said that,
That is
looks
good.
great.
Cool. Yeah, we've got a lot of her paintings just like chilling. Like this one's really cool. I don't know if you can see it, but
I like that
Her-
one on the left. I can't. The one on the right has a bit of a glare from the
she
light,
made
but
that.
Wow.
But yeah,
It's fucking awesome, dude.
she likes to paint. She's really good at it.
yeah, that's
Hey,
right. Oh
you
yeah, I
gotta have
forgot.
some-
Danny was fucking super good. Like at art, I guess you'd say she was great. I don't want to say a drawer because she did more than that, but she was really good at
Right.
art in school. I remember.
Yeah, dude, she's really good at it. She started writing recently. Actually, she's been writing poetry, and it's not bad. She has very good.
She want to be on. She want to be on the writer's craft
I, th-
anytime soon.
I
Bring
think
her on.
I think a lot of like just creative stuff in general, like whether you're making music, you're making drawings, art, you're doing stories, poetry, anything. I think these all really come hand in hand. So if you're interested in one, and I think you have a knack for one, or like I think you could easily transition them over. It just depends on what you have a drive. If you're not interested in drawing, probably not going to work good. But I know a lot of people like me. A lot of like I used to draw when I was a kid, and that of course then influenced me wanting to write and understand these characters. And it could go vice versa. You could write a story, and then you want to draw and get it. Try to put your image of that character on the page as well.
Logan asked if Danny's on Discord at all.
No, I don't think so. But I can get her to download it.
Well, if she wants to, because
The writer's
he want-
accord is what he's referring
Yeah.
to. The
Yeah, if
writer's
she
accord
wants,
is,
if she wants reviews on her poetry and anything like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to pressure the people into
yeah.
so we can have guests or anything like that.
Which,
so.
since Logan brought it up, the Writers Discord is or the Writers Accord is a Discord channel that Logan has set up. That is basically there. It's almost like kind of like beta reading and stuff. It's a small, tight community of writers that go in there and they talk about writing. They give tips and stuff, and there's always fucking active. My phone won't stop fucking going off, and
Yeah.
they
Sorry about that.
people post their manuscripts in there, and then people, from what I've heard, actually go through and read it and put notes and stuff like that. It's a fucking fantastic resource.
Should probably check it out more. I've just been too busy playing Arena, so playing a lot of.
Oh,
Arena.
he said not even that because that is right because we have two people in the writers record right now that focus more on art, which is Emily and Kayla.
That's cool.
So-
So I mean that what I think could be neat, and I don't want to things kind of evolve into their own thing, but I think it would be neat if the Writers Court already is a good resource for writers, if it grows into being like a resource where, like, say somebody is a comic book writer and they go in there and they're talking about the story, and then they can link up with somebody that's more of an artist that they can maybe work together, and maybe an artist is looking for a comic book that they're interested in to try to draw for or something like that, or make character designs for. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, the whole. I don't get into it just because I'm not good at doing things in general. But yeah, it's a cool ass resource. Like it's really good. Logan does a great job with it.
Yeah. So is she say you and Danny want to do a take a shot together?
Mhm.
Go ahead. We'll do it all and
Do that, yeah.
That would be cool.
Up to you.
7
That's
minutes, though.
We could do one with Danny on here.
7 minutes though.
7 minutes.
7 minutes. All right. I think.
Well, no.
We've heard
What I was
enough
gonna
from the
say,
audience.
if we do one with Danny, you said Danny does poetry. We could try to get a poetry prompt and then write a poem.
Yeah, I used to write poetry. That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I've tried it before.
Have no experience.
I got a few poems that I've written, but
Flash drive full of stuff, and I lost it. But
quit
whatever.
writing poetry. We do it all, and we love the rough craft. Thanks, Logan, man. We really appreciate it, man. I think Logan and his Discord. It's funny because we started this, I think before Logan started the Writers Discord, and so, but now it's like the Writers Discord has become our source for people to be interested in the show. It's funny how it's kind of like been symbiotic in that way.
Yeah, because like we added Logan, and then like the next we had Logan on. For like the first time we had Logan on, a couple of days later he made the Writers Discord, and then all of a sudden we just get flooded with writers and stuff. So
Which I don't know if we've introduced anybody new to the Writers Accord from the show. I know we've always plugged it with everybody. I think we talked to Sean and Pat about it, but I don't know if either of them get into it. And I'm not gonna judge anybody because like again, I'm in the Writers Accord, but I don't go in there and post anything. But that's again, I just don't. I'm not good at that sort of stuff, like where I'm posting and interacting with people. I don't know. I guess you got to do it, and I don't do it. So, but it is great. I can't say anything but great things about it.
I want to check it out more. Like, I don't know. Haven't delved into it. Maybe I should.
yeah, like if you actually go in there and just post whatever you wanted to post whatever you have.
I could post my rough outline shit on there. See
I think I figured it out. I think I figured out why I don't ever go in there, because the people that go in there have stuff. Everybody goes in there for selfish reasons. Their selfish reason is they want somebody to read their stuff and give them critiques on it. I don't have anything to post in there, so why would I go in there? But once you go in there and post something and people critique it, you feel this attachment to them. Like you feel very thankful that they've done that. So then you want to return the favor. That's just natural. So then you go and read their stuff and critique their stuff and give them comments. And so it's very reciprocal. Is that the right word for it?
Yeah.
And so since I haven't added anything of my own to it for people to critique, then I'm less likely to be involved in it. But I think it's just that. So I would say once you feel like you have something you want to show in there, put it in there, and then you'll probably start getting more into the rhythm of communicating there and talking with people. But it seems really good. One day, if and whenever I have anything written that I want to try to show to people, I'll definitely put it in there for sure.
I'll have to try to find my flash drive, man. God. I think I have some of it saved on, but definitely not all of it.
Got to get you a Google Drive going, man. Google Drive is fantastic for
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
should
this.
probably rely on, not rely on hardware anymore. Why do I need a flash drive?
Yeah,
I just
because
had it
a flash
just kept using it.
a flash drive is good. At least I know at one point in time I had a phone that I had written a bunch of notes like on stories for. I had the security job where I stayed and I couldn't use the internet or anything, so I just wrote on my phone. And I lost that phone, so I lost all of that. I remember most of it, but I don't have it written down. And it was literally like all the backstories to all my different races and stuff, like their background, how they like their history and stuff. And I lost all of it. And so like that's the problem, is like if you lose that flash drive, you're kind of SOL. So that's when I switched over to Google Drive, and I think I got Matt into Google Drive, or Matt got me into it, and it doesn't go anywhere. You can get on your phone and you can do it. You can do it on your computer. You can do it
As
on
long as
somebody
you
else's
remember your
computer.
Gmail password, then you're good.
Yeah. And that, I know what you're thinking. That's not a problem. It is for Matt.
I don't forget like 3 passwords by now.
You do like me, man. You make one password and use that for everything. You don't forget anything.
Yes.
That's the
until
safest
Google
way.
gives me an alert saying that the dark web has hacked.
No one
Knows your passwords. And then so now
I have a really good complicated password. Here it is. It's X92. I'm just kidding. That's not my password. It's super safe and secure. Here it is.
Well, Bryan, I want to thank you for coming on to the Rough Craft.
Thank you.
I can't wait to have you on again, dude.
Yeah, this has been,
7 minutes.
it's to me every show, and Matt, you can tell me how you feel. Every show we do, even if it's someone like we know you, like I can go hang out with you right now, and it's not going to be awkward or weird. But every show we do, I always worry about how it's going to go because you never know. Like me and Matt has a plan and set up that we kind of do with this show and everything like that, and we work hard to try to get it good. And I'm always worried that a guest is going to come in and they may not follow what we're trying to have going, and it can kind of go haywire. And every time it always goes great. And I just got to commend Matt, which obviously you're not a hard guest for us to find. You're a friend. We know you. But Matt's great at finding guests and getting them on the show. So thanks to Matt, and thank you for being here again. Yeah.
I did the Boomhauer thing. I asked 50 people, and it's except the one person who says yes.
Yeah. But yeah, man, thank you for being here. This has been a lot of fun. And your story was fantastic. I really enjoyed listening to it. And so it's one of these days, man, we'll get on our story fire and we'll get the transcripts of these stories and post them on there. I think that'd be such a good
Story fire is dead.
Is it dead? Is it dead for us or dead in general?
Dead in general.
Dead in general. But I mean, hell, we could just post it to the we could make a group chat in the Writers Discord if Logan is willing and put them all in there. We could make posts on the Rough Crafters and post them there. I think that'd be a cool thing just to catalog them. And at least have them, in their original format, not edited, just whatever bullshit we wrote, all the infractions and improper grammar and stuff, put it on there. I think that could be neat. But that's extra work, and I try to keep this as simple as possible. But we'll see one day, one of these days. But yeah, I think
one thing I was gonna add is if somehow you stumble upon this and you think like that you're not good enough to be on the show. Don't eliminate that thought immediately.
They got to stumble upon it, and then they got to listen to over an hour and a half to get to this point to hear this from Matt.
Yeah. You're more than welcome on the show. So yeah, if you believe in your story, we'll talk about it for a couple hours on the Rise. This kind of brings up another point.
This show isn't made for good stories. This isn't made for Tolkien or Martin and Tolkien's fucking dead. Or
Joe Abercrombie.
This is made for everybody that wants to be that guy, which there's a plethora of people out there, though. It's just you want a place to talk and gush about your stories and kind of flex maybe your writer muscles. That's what this show's for. We're all amateur writings to different degrees. Matt actually has written a book. He's editing it, redoing his manuscript. Me, haven't done anything other than notes. Bryan has a flash drive full of ideas. Logan has written 20, 30, 50 books, and he won't publish them.
65 is about the
Neil
right
is in the
answer.
process of being traditionally published. There's just such a wide variety of people that we have on here. If you got a story and you want to talk to people about it, that's what we're here for. And sometimes we don't even take writers. We just talk to our friends and stuff like that. That's what the show's about.
Right.
We're just here to bring eyes.
One day.
What's that, Bryan?
I'll tell Tyler Phillips. You guys could have him on the show one day.
Is he right? What's he do?
Music. He would. I mean, he's got 2 demo songs right now. He went to Nashville to record them like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That could be fun. We have an idea. One of these days when this goes big and we're famous, we want to make branching versions of the Rough Craft where we can have one that's like the Music Craft or something like that, where we get people that are more musically inclined. That's what they do, like somebody like Devin or something like that, or somebody like Tyler who actually does music, and they would do the same thing we're doing, but it would all be around amateur and aspiring musicians. They would get on and they would talk about their stuff, and they could go. I couldn't really talk to a guy about music right now. I don't know.
You know what would be interesting is listening to Devin and Tyler talk to each other about music.
Yeah,
I think that would be very interesting.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't think that's a good idea? Why?
They're both very argumentative and.
It would be very entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't see where for a minute.
No. I'm the argumentative one, not Devin. Devin doesn't argue with anybody.
It depends. What has he changed? Has he changed a lot since high school?
Let me ask you a quick question.
I assume he's not like surfer dude attitude anymore, but.
He's like, no, yeah, 100%.
Bryan, no. Bryan shook his head and he's like, no, dude, he's not like that.
He's cool, man. He's cool.
Well, hey, Bryan. So I wanted to ask you this earlier, but I didn't want to give out any details. You've already said Tyler's full name. So, what is Tyler? Does Tyler for a living? Does he work like landscaping or something like that by chance?
No. Why?
Dude, there's this fucking guy that comes into the store when I go there every morning to get some drinks before I go to work that looks a lot like Tyler if he had kind of gotten a little chubbier. And he has like the long, I don't know how Tyler looks now, but he has long hair, kind of like a long beard. And I was like, is that fucking Tyler? Like, I don't know. He's a real nice guy. So I was wondering if that was him, but I guess not.
Oh, that's not. Nah. He works in Greenville.
Definitely not him then.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not him.
Tom, if you could check your Discord messages real quick. So before we head out, just want to say thanks, Bryan, for being on. If you want to come on, anytime you want to come on, you let us know. We'll have you on.
I guess.
Yes. Just anytime you want to come on.
What do you need me to do with this, Matt?
Nothing. I don't know. I don't. Now that I'm thinking about it, don't do it.
Well, Matt said next week. You can't come next week. I think we already got a schedule for the rest of the month. So, Matt's
next week, actually next week, next Saturday, we have an open schedule.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. The weekend after, we have my brother Joseph coming on for Beers and Buds.
Beers and Buds.
Bryan, if you're free that Saturday, you're welcome to come on.
Yeah.
Tom can set it up.
Beers with Buds is basically, I think that's mostly IRL friends or friends that we've met through the show. Come on, we might pick a topic and we just talk about it. I think we've done two. I don't remember what the first one was. I think it was just an excuse to hang out and drink beer and have a show. The second one was we talked about military, so the third one could be whatever. I mean, we could do a Beers and Buds about anime, Godzilla, whatever we decide to do. Really doesn't matter.
Joe's is a really funny guy, so whatever we talk about.
Joseph he has such a great fucking personality, man. Like for
you
stuff like
remember
this.
Joseph, Bryan? You remember Joseph?
Yeah, dude. It's cool.
We went to the beach together, and then me and you got arrested, kind of.
Oh man.
All right, we'll listen to more. You'll find out more about that in the next episode of Beers and Buds when we go through our childhood stories about each other. That'll be the episode. It'll be in 2 weeks. We'll do Beers and Buds 2 Saturdays from now on at 4 p.m. We'll talk about our childhood stories with one another.
All right.
Maybe we can get Josh on here.
Yeah. Hopefully you can make it so we can talk about that Myrtle Beach story, dude.
Well,
because you're not allowed to talk about it any other way. Them's the rules. But,
that was fucking crazy, dude.
But yeah, man.
As soon as we got there.
Soon as it was the day we got there.
Tell the goddamn story. Tell the goddamn story.
We're not gonna tell the story now, but
okay.
If
You
go
won't.
Next Saturday,
You keep going at this. All right. So thank you guys for coming and checking out the show. This has been the Rough Craft. We make rough crafts and drink good crafts. We also drink whiskey and liquor and everything else and come up with stories in 5 minutes.
Alcoholics, really.
Thank you guys for being here. If you guys haven't yet, which I assume all of you have, please subscribe, give us a like, leave comments. We just really appreciate you guys being here. We have links in the description for our Discord and everything. Join our Discord. Once we get everything set up, we're going to be bringing in live callers, so you could be one of them. So just keep an eye out for that. But just come to Discord and talk about the show or whatever you want to talk about. I don't fucking care. Just glad you guys are here. Anything you want to add, Matt, before we close this out?
Thanks for... Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And thank you, Bryan, for being here again. It's been a great show. Great stories. Had a great fucking time, man. It's been a good time. And thank you guys all for being here. We will talk to you guys again at a later date and time. Thank you.
See